Learners, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to work for schools and earn money using softwares. So this means that with this alone, you can make a good amount of money by just working for schools. When I talk about schools, I talk about nursery schools, primary schools, secondary schools. You can even go to universities. It's all about stepping up. So here we are going to be sharp, we are going to be quick. So as you can see, what we have in this platform is called Google Sheet, or what people call Google Excel or Google Spreadsheet. Anything you want to call it, it is the same thing. So this is like Microsoft Word, but we love using Google Spreadsheet simply because it is cloud-based. Cloud-based in the sense that whatever you do here, you save it. Even if you lose your laptop, you will still log into your mail and access all your work. That is one of the beautiful things about using cloud-based tools to work. So this one is called Google Excel, Google Spreadsheet. Whatever you choose to call it is fine. So we are going to start. This is called what we call business mathematics. We use this particular Google Spreadsheet to collate data, the school data. For example, we are going to work for a school that sells school materials to their students. So we are going to work for their primary section. So you will use this method to work for their primary section, secondary section, nursery section, or any other section they have in the school. So for example, now let us start. We'll put our data. First one is buying cost. You will now ask yourself, what is buying cost? Buying cost, like I have been explaining here for a very long time, these are the costs you incurred while buying a product. Buying cost is different from product cost. Yes. So, for example, let me make it clear to you. If it's only me, I'm not going to double it. So let me say buying item. You understand? You now write the cost, buying cost. Then the second one is this. Another one we are going to look at now is product. The product we are going to buy. You write product, you write the product cost. All right. So we are going to go to another one, which is share of buying cost. Share of buying cost. So just pay attention. With time you will understand it. I will explain. Then after buying share of buying cost, you will not get your real cost, because when you buy, let's say, 5 cartons of books for 30,000 naira each, so we are looking at 150,000. That is not the cost of the 5 cartons of books. The real cost is where you will get the real cost of the 5 cartons of books, not just that 150,000. So okay, after real cost, what else are we determining? We are going to look at for profit. Profit in percentage. Okay, here let's choose 40% profit. Let's allocate 40% profit. Okay, you can allocate any percentage at all, but let's stick with 40%. So after that profit, you will now determine your selling price. Okay, so your selling price. After selling price, what else are we going to look at? We are now going to look at quantity. That is the number of books. You have to know the number of whatever item. This will help you determine how much you are going to sell for one. Then after that, what else are we going to look at? We are going to look at price per one. Price per one. Because some people, when they buy products, they'll be like, oh, how much am I going to sell one? How much am I going to sell one? This is where you are going to learn. So for example now, oh, we skipped some things. Oh, we skipped some lines here. Okay, so don't worry, it's the same thing. Yeah, so let me bring it here, paste it here. So yeah, it starts from beginning. So we'll leave the buying item. buying cost. Then we'll go to products. So the first product the school has is their school uniform. School uniform. All right, school uniform. So we are going to look at quantity. Let's say the school has each class, primary one, each class has 50 students, and they are going to bring this school uniform for those in primary 1 to 6. And they have already agreed that each school uniform, a student will pay 4,300 naira. So you will now multiply 4,300 naira multiplied by 50 students in a class. 50 students in a class. You see, so you are going to get 21,500 naira for each class. Okay, so 21,500 for each class. Then they are doing 50 and you have 6 classes. Then when you multiply, okay, you start by, let's say, multiplying 50 times 6, like we have 6 classes in primary school. 50 times 6. So 50 times 6, which will give you 300, right? So this 300, now they have 300 students in primary 6, and each uniform will cost 4,100. All right, okay, let's leave it at 4,100 times 300, right? Times 300 students. That's, they have 300 students in primary school. That's primary 1 to 6, 50 per class. So you have this is the total number of students they have. This is the total number of students they have, 300. All right, so that means the school is going to provide 300 uniform for those in primary school. So we have determined the quantity of uniforms or books, whatever they are going to supply. They are going to supply 300, and you know how we got our 350 students in primary 1 to 6. So when you multiply 50 by 6, you get that 300. All right, so let's go back to our product. So school uniform, for example, the first one is school uniform. The cost is 4,100. 4,100 each. Okay, so now what I want to show you something. 4,100. So what else now? The second product the school says is sportswear. Sportswear. Each will cost the school 2,300 naira. Okay, then the second product the school says is school polo. You know the polo, let's say this one for 1,800 naira. Then the other one they sell, they have textbooks. All right, textbooks. The school can decide that, okay, the one for primary 1 is different, the one for primary school is different, the one for primary 3 is different. So because those in primary 1, they are not going to have the same the same price of books. All right, so they can have the same price of school uniform, but they can't have the same price of school textbook. So let's say the primary 1 textbook will cost 950 the primary per student. The primary 2 textbook will cost 1,100. Primary 3 will cost 1,450. This is just random number. So when you are working for the school, you work with their accurate data. All right. So another one is primary 4. Let's say primary 4 is doing 1,600 per book. Primary 5 is doing 1,650 per book. Primary 6 is doing 1,700 per book. You understand? So this is it. So what other products is the school? Let's say the school is saying school is selling school stockings, or let's say socks, for, let's say, all of them randomly they are selling 300 naira per one. All right, they are selling 300 naira per one. So what else is the school saying? Let's say the school is still selling sweater, school sweater for, let's say, 1,900 each. But sizes differ. Let's say, okay, we'll have for those in primary 1, those in primary 2, we can say sweater primary 1. So when we drag down, we'll now have, let's say, because of different sizes, if you want to do it that way, you do. If you don't want, like, you can assume they're of the same size or of the same price. The sizes are different, but the prices are the same. You can decide to do that, but work with the school's accurate data, right? Okay, let's see. Sweater for primary 1 is 1,900. The one for primary 2 is 2,000. The one for primary 3 is 2,100. The one for primary 4 is 2,200. The one for primary 5, 2,300. This is just random data. Then the one for primary 6 is 2,400. They are the seniors, and seniors are usually bigger than the juniors. But let's say there are still people who are different age, but they are in the same class. Okay, so if we don't want to do that, or if we don't want to waste our time, we can just say school sweater. You're right, because you can see some people in primary 2, they may be older than those in primary 3, so let's just leave it this way. You understand? To save time, let's just say sweater. All right, so and assume is the same price. Okay, so and assume is the same price. So how are we going to do this now? Okay, so let's go to our buying cost, buying item. Let's say the supply way bill, let's say the design logo, 10,000 naira. Then the way bill, or what we call shipping money, to deliver the school uniform to the school. Let's say it cost 10,000 naira plus designing of the logo on the school uniform. Let's say everything here is 20,000 naira. Okay, so school sports, let's assume the delivery cost 5,000 naira. Okay, then the school polo, let's say the delivery cost 3,000 naira. So delivering of textbook, the total textbook, let's say they brought everything at once and they charge 30,000 naira for delivery. Okay, so school sweater and school socks, let's say you can buy 7 items and it will still cost you the same amount of money to bring. So if there are other costs, other expenses or costs you can add. Let's say school socks cost, let's say 1,500 to bring to the school, while school sweater cost, let's say 1,000, the same 1,500 to bring to the school. So now you will now say buying item will now be way bill and logo. Okay, way bill and logo, you see. So this one will say way bill. Oh, you can't say way. Okay, let's say because they still design, then this one way bill, right? So way bill, or you can say cargo fee. Okay, let's say cargo fee. Let's say they are bringing it from outside the state, cargo fee. So this is what is called buying item, why the amount is called buying cost. Okay, so let's sum up the total amount for the buying cost. So when we sum up, it cost the school 74,500 naira to bring this to the school. So remember, this 4,100 is per student. So you are going to multiply it. You are going to multiply it by putting equal to at the back. Okay, you are going to multiply it by this 300. That's the total quantity supplied. Okay, so we are going to get 1,230,000. So the school sports, the school sports, that's the sportswear, that's the same thing we are going to do. You multiply it by the same 300 to give you this amount. The same thing will happen here. All right, the same thing will happen here. You multiply it by the quantity, which is 300. You press enter in your system. You will have, but we are not going to do the same here. When it comes to hold on, I want to put 300 here, 300 here. Yeah, so when it comes to textbooks now, we are going to look at 50. Quantity is 50 because they have different prices for primary 1 to 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's primary 1 to 6, their prices differs. So how do you now calculate this? You put equal to at the back, bring your cursor to the front, then multiply by 50. So you're not going to multiply by 300 because the prices are not the same. For primary 1 to 6, their textbooks prices are not the same. So you do the same thing until you get to primary 6. So I hope you get, but if you are confused, drop a comment. When you drop a comment, it will be easier for me. When I log in, I will answer your question. Okay, so those of you that will be watching from the website, I will give you access to comment. I will give you access to comment. So if you have any question, you leave it as a comment. When I log in, I will do so when I log in, I will answer you. So we are done calculating textbooks for primary. We are done calculating textbooks for primary 1 to 6. All right, so this is their stockings, which is their stockings. Let's say one is 300, not 3,000. You know, stockings are now expensive, so let's leave it at 300. This is just random data. When you are working for the school, I beg you, with the name of God, work with their accurate data. This one is for learning purpose. Okay, so 300. So they have 300 students, so they are going to supply them 300 stockings. So you multiply it by the total number. Then sweater, there are 300 students. They're supplying them sweater at the same rate, both those in primary 1 to primary 6, and they are charging 19 per sweater or per student. So you also multiply it by 300. So you are getting this. So let us sum up the total here. When we sum it up, you come this side, click on sum, click on enter. You have 3 million. So the product now cost you, product cost 3,461,650, right? Why the expenses you incurred while procuring these cost you 74,500. So this is one of the ways to get accurate data. Then now we are going to share this. So now you will now know how much each of these cost you to purchase. That is why we have share of buying cost. So now we will now share the buying cost among all these products. So how do we do it? We click enter, click this, all right, divided by, you already know how to do all these things, divided by the total product cost, all right, then multiply it by the total buying cost. You click enter, this is what it gives you. Then you continue to do it, but this is long. I'm not going to waste my time doing this one after the other. So what I'm going to do is this. Okay, let me show you. So all I'm going to do now is this. I will just come here, put $sign, come to the front again, put $sign, you understand? Then come to this side again, put the same $sign, come in front of the B, put the $sign. Then when I click enter, it gives me everything. When I click enter, it gives me everything. So you see, we still got that same amount. So now it cost us, let me do it in number form. So now it costs, to bring the school uniform down to the school, cost 26,471,048 kobo. This is what it costs the school to bring the school uniform. So while selling it, it will also help the school determine how much they are going to sell. If you look, the school uniform carries the biggest load, the biggest price, which is about 1,230,000. So when it comes to the sharing of expenses, it got the highest. All right, so that is it. So now the real cost, now let us find out how much it cost the school to bring each of the school materials, to acquire them. So then you are going to add the buying cost and the product cost together. You click equal to on your laptop, just add the product cost plus the share of buying cost. You see, you click here, so it sums everything for you at once. So each of these, it cost the school 1,256,471 kobo. This is what it cost them to buy the real cost of school uniform for the entire 300 students in primary school. So it's not 1,230,000. You see, so you have to be sure of yourself. Be sure of this in every business calculation you are making. This is actually a business calculation. Okay, how do we determine our profit? We've already agreed that we are going to use 40% profit. All right, so what do? You still do equal to here. So you just multiply the buying cost. You add the buying cost and the real cost. Then you click enter in your laptop. You see, because you are correct, it auto sums it for you at once. So this is it. So how do we now determine our selling price? Determining our selling price is very, very easy. So we just add the real cost plus our profit, you see, which will give you, this is it. So our profit, our selling price now, when you add our real cost plus our profit, so our school uniform, we are not going to sell 1,230,000. We are going to sell 2,539,414 kobo. So this is what we call the selling price. You have determined it. So these are the quantity of these. So how do we determine price per one now? So to determine price per one here now, we are going to do this equal to this now divided by 300. You see, this now divided by 300. So the school is going to sell to one uniform to one student at the rate of 8,464 naira 71 kobo. But this will not work at all. So how do we, because no school is going to give you this rate, we come to rounding up number. Rounding up. Excuse me. So rounding up number. There is a formula for it. It's very, either you Google it or you just click equal to here. Then you type ceiling. As you are typing ceiling, is showing up. You see, rounding up to the nearest multiple. We are going, okay, let's round up to 10. You can round up to 100, you can round up to 10. Let's round up to 10. So what do we do now? We click here, click 10. If you're rounding up to 100, you click 100. You just close. Press enter in your system. Press enter in your system. Okay, this is 846. So now the school, let's go here, change it to the number. You see, so the school is going to sell one uniform to one student at the rate of 8,470 naira. Then the second one, which is a sportswear, they are going to sell at 4,750. Are you seeing it? So this is it. Have you seen it? So this is how to do business maths for schools. Yeah. So now let's do the inventory using Canvas inventory software. So we just click here. I want us to start from beginning. Okay. So it's loading. Let it finish loading. Okay, so we are going to use a Canvas inventory. That is what it's called, to take inventory of this. So what do we do now? We are going to log in. We click on login, but I'm going to use another, I'm going to start afresh. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sign up using another email address. So this email address, let's say we are going to use the name in full. So use the name of the school when you are doing this. So we're going to use SPYCE-MADAM. Then email, we do write SPYCE-MADAM. So when you put everything, you sign up. So after signing up, you will start from beginning to enter every damn thing you have done in your business calculation using Google Spreadsheet. All right. So the very first thing you will do here, you just click on settings, So when you click on settings, you add user. All right, so let me click on new user. So the new user, I'm going to use let's say the name of the school, let's say SPYCE-MADAM school. All right, so email, I'll just add the email here. I'll just add the email here. Write spicemadam@gmail.com. Whether is the owner or not. Okay, let's say we'll put it as the base. Then here you choose the role of this person you are adding the email. So you are the one doing it. So you can add, in case you want to add any user, like you want to add the name of the owner of the school, the principal of the school, or the school, any of the school staff that can monitor what you are doing. So you assign a role. The basic user, enter transaction at a specific location. So what are where it depends on the location of the school. If the school has in VI, it has a Bejuleki and Co, you can add. So you add the role of this place now. So reporting only, view items, transaction reports for all locations. You can put this if the school owner wants to, so nobody will alter your work. All right, so manager, change company settings, create basic users, enter transaction, and view reports for all location. So the owner of the school might say, give me this role. All right, so but now let me give myself this role since I'm the one entering this. So they need my password, so I'm adding the password now. So once you confirm the password, you add. So I've added. Okay, let's save it. So you go back to settings. So when you get back to settings now, you see location. You click on location. So let's add new location and forget these ones. Let's say the school is in Port Harcourt. All right, let's say we are working for the SPYCE-MADAM school, the one in Port Harcourt. The one in Port Harcourt. Okay, so address, let's say GRA phase 1. This is the school you are working for PHC. That's Port Harcourt. Okay, forget about zip code. You can put if you want to. Just click on save. Just click on save. You have added. So this one is you are working for SPYCE-MADAM school in GRA phase 1 Port Harcourt. Okay, so the next thing you will do, you go back to settings again. On the area, you click on area. So there's a new area for the school, which is GRA phase 1 PHC. All right, you add. So after that one, you go back to settings and click all these ones. If it's not necessary for the school, you leave it, but I don't think it's necessary. All right, so to avoid wasting your time, let us go to preference. All right, so manufacturer, you can still put okay, let's still put let's say new manufacturer, but this is actually for those in production business. All right, let's say let's still put SPYCE-MADAM GRA PHC. All right, you add. So that is not necessary, but you can add if you want to. So I think we'll now go to preferences. So when you click on, so how many, this preferences now is talking about minimum stock count. So minimum stock count now, like if the school has a particular a number of school products, they will consider they will consider they are running low on. Okay, let's say once they get to 20, they will order new school item. All right, so our currency is naira, so you look out for where your Nigerian naira is and click on it. Okay, so you have to search and search. So okay, this is Nigerian naira. You click. So minimum stock count is, let's choose 20. You can choose 10, you can choose 15, you can choose 5, okay, let's choose 15. So once the school sells any item and is getting to 15, it will show that they are low in stock, and they will call their manufacturers, their producers, or their vendors to supply. Okay, so that is all. So what do you do now? You start adding those items. Remember everything we did here. We are going to put them all together here now. So here now we'll start taking the inventory. All right, so this place will enable the school to know the total number of stock, so they don't have to be counting, oh, how many have we sold. This particular place will make you know how many uniforms, how many textbooks, or any other school item the school is selling. So here I use my business to do this one, but pay attention to the location. Here now we are going to look at we are working for GRA, so we pick GRA, right? The manufacturer will put SPYCE-MADAM school, so our location is Port Harcourt. Okay, so let us start adding. So we'll start from adding new. So here we are working for Port Harcourt. Yeah, so let's start adding. So we click on add new. So the very first thing we are adding is a school uniform. Then we have to give it a code. School uniform, that's we use SU. Since it doesn't have for primary 1, primary 2, primary 3. All right, we just say school uniform. Yeah, so if you like, which area, which is GRA Port Harcourt. No label, we didn't add label, so the manufacturer is SPYCE-MADAM school. So minimum stock count, company settings, that's 20. We've already set that. So today's date is already here, so is a new stock. The quantity of school uniform we have, don't forget, is 300 school uniform at the rate of 8,470. At the rate of 8,470. There is no comment. We didn't put serial number. You can put serial number if you want, but these ones are not necessary. But if it comes with a serial number, you can put, or you can decide to tag yourself. So to save your time, we click on save and add another. All right, so we've added school uniform. So what are we adding next? We are adding sportswear. We are adding sportswear. Let's say the number is SW, sportswear. Is SW, so no label. There is no need for label. Remember, is for GRA Phase 1 school. The manufacturer is SPYCE-MADAM school, so it's also a new stock. The quantity is still 300, and the price is how much? The price is 4,750. 4,750. You click save to add another. So you see, added sportswear to to Port Harcourt, resulting in a total stock of 300, you see. So the another one we are adding is the polo, the school polo, all right. So let's say we use SP, school polo. Okay, let's use school polo here. School polo. So we use SP here. So we come down to, we didn't put label, so no need. GRA school. Don't forget we are working for the SPYCE-MADAM school in GRA phase 1 PHC or Port Harcourt. So we do SPYCE-MADAM. So some of these schools you are seeing, they are the schools I have worked for, right? So minimum stock is already in the, we've already chosen 15, I think. So it's a new stock. Quantity remains still 300, right? 300. So the price for this one is how much? 3,750, 720 each. 3,720 each. Then you click save to add another. If you have any comments, you can also make. If you have anything to say about each of the items, you see it has been added and updated us here. So another one we are adding is a textbook for primary 1. Test book for primary 1. We just say textbook 1. Here we say TB1. All right, so this is the code we're giving it. Textbook for primary 1 is just 50, remember, and the price for each is 1,970. 1,970. So you click save to add another. You click save to add another. So primary 2, textbook for primary 2. Textbook 2. So we are going to use TB2. All right, so area you already know, GRA school, manufacturer SPYCE-MADAM school PHC. Then is a new stock, you already know that. Then quantities remain 50. Then the cost is 2,280. 2,280. You click save to add another. We are doing a test book 3, so TB3, right? So this is how you are going to do to add all of them. Okay, so this is the last textbook. This is the last textbook. So we are adding again the school stocks. So we just write socks, school socks. We just write school socks. That's SCK. Let's put it like that. School socks is the area is GRA phase 1, manufacturer SPYCE-MADAM school. Quantity 300. Unit cost is 620 naira. You click save to add another. Then the last one is school sweater. The last one is school sweater. Let's say SCW schools. Okay, school sweater. Let's put it this way. School sweater. Remember your area is GRA phase 1, manufacturer SPYCE-MADAM school. But here, SPYCE-MADAM school is just an example. So if you know the name of the company that brought it, you can put it here. But in your inventory, I don't think it's necessary. Just use the school it was delivered to, the particular branch. All right, so we are looking at 300 here for 3,920 per one, 3,920 per one. So you click save. That is all. So we are not going to add another, so we'll just click save. All right, so this is it for Port Harcourt location. average cost, you see. So this is it. This is our entry for today's date. You see, average cost 300 and this. So now let's see stock transactions so far. Stock and chart. Let's see. Nothing yet. This for Port Harcourt. Yeah, we choose for Port Harcourt. So whatever you are doing, remember we are working for the SPYCE-MADAM school in Port Harcourt. So this is it. This for the school sweater. You see. So quantity sold charts, we haven't sold anything, so nothing will show up here. I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's go up. Let's go up here. You click on catalog. You see, you click on catalog. So these are the inventory. You see, school polo, GRA phase 1, SPYCE-MADAM school Port Harcourt 300. You see the quantity 50. You see, so this is it. This is it. Manufacturer is SPYCE-MADAM. Area is GRA phase 1. So this is the one we are working for. You see. So when you go back, click here. You see all the inventory. So if you start selling, if they start selling, for example, now you come here, you click remove. When you click remove here, let's say the school, they have sold one school uniform. Let's say they have sold school uniform to 7 students. All right. Okay, there is school polo, there is school socks, there is school sweater, there is school uniform. Let's say they have sold school polo to 7 students. All right. So you see quantity here. You write 7. Unit sales. Don't forget school polo. Each cost 3,720. 3,720. All right. So when you submit, you click submit. For example, you see remove school polo from Port Harcourt, resulting in a total stock of 293. You have removed 7 from 300. So you see what is showing you here now. Okay, so go back to item. Click on here. So now let's look at our report here now. Because if you go, let's go back. I want to show you something. If you see school polo now, we have sold 7. You see, showing us 293. So you don't have to go around and say, oh, how many polo? Can you go and count? No, you just come here and check your inventory. Okay, polo, remaining 293. That means 7 has been sold. You have been sold. So this is it. So you go to reports. Let's click on reports for now. Remember, if you have other stuff, remember to click on the right one, so it won't give you something else. Like you click another school now, it will give you wrong data because you clicked the wrong school. So this is it. So very easy. Now inventory transaction, you click on inventory transaction. Then they will ask you to select reports. Location, we are talking about Port Harcourt. You've chosen Port Harcourt. Area is GRA. So date, let's say today is date. This May 20th, from May 1st up till today. It depends on the day. Okay, how many did we sell from May 1st up till now? So up to 31st. you generate, after clicking, checking the date. So we've not done much, so let's leave it from May 1st to May 31st. Okay, so when you generate reports, this is what is going to show you. So you have made just 7 sales. You see, you have made just, so total sales you've made so far is about 26,040 naira. Okay, so none was returned or none was damaged or something like that. So if it's damaged, when you are removing, let's say you discover that one of the school stockings, let's say you discover that one of the school stockings is bad, all right, so you have to remove it. So what do? You do school socks is here. You click on school socks. It's not customer sales, it's damaged. You click here. Okay, let's say about 5 of them were damaged. All right, so I can make a comment, damaged, though you have written damaged stock already. You submit it. You see, so you see, remove school socks from Port Harcourt resulting in total in stock of 295. You remove 5 from the 300. You see, so you see it's showing you here. So it's very simple. So you familiarize it and you will understand. Okay, let's go back to our stock reports. So Port Harcourt. So what are we looking at? Let's look at the report again. Daily transactions, like if it's a product that sells daily, you can check in your daily here. If there's any new stock, you check, you see if it's been recorded here. If the new stock has been recorded, you generate report from here depending on the date from date. So this is how you will check. So 7 removed here, 5 removed. Under damage, it says school stocks, remove 7, school polo, remove 7 rather, school song is remove 5. So this is how you generate your report. Okay, you can also export this to Excel. Let's export to Excel. So let's export it to Excel. Wow, amazing. This is another beautiful side of it. So you can name it SPYCE-MADAM school data. All right, so you save it. It's saving. Okay, let's open it. I think it's done downloading. This has taken more time, so it's downloading. It's fun when you learn this, you understand it properly, you will enjoy it. So this is it. It's opening. So this is it. After saving in your system, you open it. So it's opening. So it has opened. You can see your location. You can see the item. Let's open it properly. So this is the item. Cancel first. We are working. So this is the number. This is the manufacturer. So you can also export it to your Excel sheet. So this is beautiful and lovely. That's all. See, then you come back here and see your work. So continue learning and practicing, then start looking for schools you can work for and earn money.